World-renowned opera singer Simon Estes is making his final operatic performance right here in his home state with the Des Moines Metro Opera. So this major event coincides with the opera's 50th season. Here to tell us all about Porgy and Bess is conductor Michael Ellis Ingram and Kevin Days, who plays the role as Porgy. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Let's start with you, Michael, just talking a little bit about all the excitement having Simon Estes, his final performance here in Iowa in front of a home crowd, so to speak.
Yeah, Simon is a legend and an icon in the world of opera, and not only in the United States, but also in Europe, where I live. And so it's an incredible honor to meet him. I was explaining this to my family members who are not necessarily involved in the world of opera. I said, Simon Estes is to opera kind of what Sidney Poitier is to film. He was someone who broke so many barriers in so many different companies, and he used his fame to help other people who were trying to get their start. And even now, many decades after his debut, he's still a kind and gentle man who does everything with dignity.
Wow, that is such an accurate description. And really, I mean, it does. It almost gave me chills right there when you were describing that, because, yeah, it does bring that extra level of, you were telling us, excitement, Kevin.
Yes, I've had to pinch myself. I've been an admirer of Simon Estes for many decades, and since I first discovered him in the music library at Juilliard. I didn't know who he was, and I heard this voice, and I thought, this is an amazing sound. And you can hear in his sound all his generosity as an artist and his brilliance as a musician, and very kind. It's wonderful to share the stage with him.
How do you prepare for a role that he has played in the past as well, heading into knowing that he's playing a different role this time?
Yes.
But he's playing a role that he has played.
It's a little intimidating. He sung not only Porgy, but some of the great roles in the operatic repertoire, from Wagner to Verdi, and so I was mostly filled with excitement, just the idea that I would get to meet him, let alone to perform with him.
You were telling me, Michael, that it's going into this, it's all about training, right? It's like anything else, and that was something that, of course, makes sense, but that I didn't think of it. You said now you've done so much work, you can kind of rest a little bit.
Exactly. As we rehearse, we are singing the opera and conducting it and playing it over and over and over for hours and hours every day. And so we get pretty exhausted. It's a very physical piece. It requires a lot of stamina, especially for our title hero here, Porgy, who's on stage almost the entire time. And so as we approach opening night, we have fewer rehearsals, more time to rest. And once we get in front of an audience, the audience carries us with their energy. And that's a really wonderful thing. We're all looking forward to it.
To feed off of that, to have that live audience. What can you tell us about the actual opera, the storyline? Give us a little background. Who wants to tell me that?
No spoilers, please.
That's a
I think it's just a human story. Porgy has a disability, so he's not able to get around, but he's become respected in his community, and he struggles to survive as people in that generation, especially, who have disabilities would have to do. And so I think he's a very empathetic character. I think you feel for Porgy because of his struggles, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he finds love in his life, and it's transforming.
Good description. Did he do okay? No spoilers?
Oh,
Michael?
I was taking notes.
Yeah.
I still have the gig, right?
Yeah, you're hired.
I think you're safe right now. I mean, just riding that emotion into the actual performance. I know that you said you draw a lot of energy from the audience, but you've got to have so much energy and enthusiasm heading in, knowing that the shows are already sold out.
Yeah, we are very thrilled about that. People have been banging down the door to get tickets, so we're very excited to have people. But the people on stage are really the ones who give the most energy. And so as I'm conducting them, I'm guiding them in a way, but I'm also just accompanying them and letting them shine and do their thing. And we also have an incredible festival orchestra in the pit. I was telling them after our last rehearsal, I can't think of a time when I've had this much commitment and focus and energy and beautiful, robust sound from an opera orchestra. So it's a real pleasure to be working with them.
I think that's, you're drawing all of that from them as well, and they're taking their cues quite literally from you as well.
Right.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the tickets are sold out, but there is a waiting list.
There is.
A long waiting list.
Yes, but there is a chance. So do sign up, dmmo.org.
Okay, you got that right. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and sharing about Simon Estes' last performance, telling us a little bit about the show as well, and I wish you all the luck. Right? Do you say break a leg for opera as well?
That works.
Okay, well I did.
Thank you for having us.